right? In the event of redemption, the overbid is returned without interest. Same thing, right? So what happens here is you're going to get your principal back, right? So if you bought a $1,000 tax lien certificate, it redeems, you're going to get your 12% back plus you're going to get your $1,000 back plus 12%, I should say. But let's say if it went into overbid, right? So here's the thing: what would happen in the case of an overbid is that you would get all of the money back on the overbid, but not interest on that. So what I like to do, okay, I always like to be in a position where any money that I put out, I'm getting an interest back on. So I really don't get into the overbid scenario. Some people do because they're more interested in getting a specific piece of property. But again, you can talk to your advisors about that and what have you. But that, there's an overbid strategy, and then there's also just a straight interest strategy. Wyoming has an interest rate of 18% a year. That's 1.5% a month. The redemption period is 4 years. 4 years is quite a long redemption period. You can then apply for the deed. But, if it's a 4-year redemption period, I can certainly wait that out when I'm getting 18% a year, right? Not so terrible. The sales are held in July and October. And again, this is also a bid down the interest rate environment, right? And it's a good state for tax liens because of the high interest rate. And here's the thing. You really want to look at this and say, where does it make sense for me to be doing this? Is it a combination of the high interest and shorter redemption periods? Am I more interested in getting the properties? Am I more interested in getting the interest? Am I more relaxed in my approach? And I really don't mind spreading out and getting plenty of tax lien certificates so that I have a lot of interest coming from a lot of different places, and that if the property comes, the property comes. But if it doesn't, that's okay, because I'm making 18% and 25% and 36% on every single dollar that I invest. Well, that's really up to you as the investor, and that's the thing. So just when you talk about this, some people get upset because oh my goodness, I only want to invest in the state that I live in. Well, you know what? The thing is that we have to follow the states where the opportunity is, not just because the geography works for us, okay? And that's one of the things that we can do. We can do as much due diligence as we can in terms of, the value of those particular properties. And at the same time, what we want to do is as much of this as we can to do online so that we don't have to go running around the country traveling, right? So you saw the places, Oklahoma, not exactly top choice because you'd have to do some traveling on that. So what you want to do is just look at your own criteria. Come up, if you don't have one, come up with one, and it's like, do I want the property more than I want the interest? Do I want the interest more than I want the property? Do I want a little bit of both? And how much time am I willing to give this, right? So having said that, okay, we're going to close out this section. This is a very meaty section. There's a lot to think about in terms of where in the country that you want to do this, right? And so there's a lot for you to get into your head in this short period of time so that you're ready then for module number 4. Having said that, module number 4 is over, and just remember, you have to buy the tax lien certificate in order to be in this business, right? It's not about buying a piece of property, it's about buying a piece of paper.
We hope you've enjoyed this exciting presentation. For those of you who have not yet made the decision to leverage the power of a personal coach, let me say this: coaching is not for everyone. But I can tell you who the experts say coaching is for. According to the Harvard Business Review, those who get the most out of coaching are those who have a fierce desire to learn and grow. If that sounds like you, then let me encourage you to call Trump University today at 888-826-5953 to take advantage of your free coaching session today. Once again, welcome aboard.